The global landscape just suffered a terrifying meltdown, and the fragile peace treaty signed earlier this month has completely collapsed into chaos. Over the weekend of June 27th and 28th, 2026, the United States and Iran traded massive direct military blows that put the entire Middle East back on the brink of total war. Following a sudden wave of dramatic tit-for-tat strikes, Donald Trump took to Truth Social and issued the most aggressive final ultimatum of his presidency. He warned Tehran's leadership that if they do not completely halt their operations, the United States will abandon all diplomatic talks and militarily wipe them off the map. Trump's exact words on social media sent shockwaves through global capitals, declaring, "There may come a point when we are no longer able to be reasonable and will be forced to militarily complete the job that we very successfully started. If that happens, the Islamic Republic of Iran will no longer exist." The explosive breakdown of the 14-point Memorandum of Understanding began on Saturday, June 27th, when a Panama-flagged oil tanker named the Kiku, carrying over 2 million barrels of Qatari crude oil, was suddenly struck by an Iranian kamikaze drone near the Strait of Hormuz. The United States military accused Iran of a blatant, foolish violation of the ceasefire agreement and immediately launched a massive wave of retaliatory airstrikes. U.S. Central Command confirmed that American aircraft obliterated Iranian surveillance networks, communication systems, air defense sites, and drone storage facilities along the southern coast. Vice President J.D. Vance backed up the heavy response, warning Tehran on social media that while Washington honored the truce, any further violence from Iran would be met with overwhelming American violence. But instead of backing down, the Iranian regime escalated the conflict to a terrifying new level early Sunday morning. The Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps claimed direct responsibility for launching a massive, coordinated ballistic missile and drone campaign targeting U.S. military assets in Bahrain and Kuwait. While U.S. officials confirmed that American air defenses successfully intercepted the incoming barrages with 0 U.S. casualties, the IRGC issued a chilling warning that American bases would experience hell in the coming days and threatened a complete permanent halt to all ongoing diplomatic processes. The sudden flare-up sent immediate shockwaves through global energy markets, with Brent crude futures climbing sharply on Monday, June 29th, as oil shipping in the Strait of Hormuz slowed to a crawl. The entire conflict has been triggered by high-stakes friction over who actually controls the world's most critical energy choke point. Under the interim agreement, the shipping lanes were supposed to be opened under international oversight so global commerce could flow freely. However, the Iranian Navy has fiercely resisted losing direct oversight of the passageway, aggressively warning that any attempts by international merchant vessels to bypass their preferred routes or move without their direct permission would lead to a total shutdown. To make matters worse, Iran is facing severe domestic instability, with official figures revealing that country's year-on-year inflation just skyrocketed to a staggering peak of 88.6% due to the ongoing naval blockade and war costs. Despite the terrifying weekend of bombing and apocalyptic public rhetoric, both sides face massive pressure to avoid a permanent, full-scale regional war. In a stunning 11th-hour plot twist, a U.S. official confirmed on Monday, June 29th, that Washington and Tehran have agreed to a temporary, fragile stand-down on strikes, so technical negotiations can frantically resume. The two sides are now scheduled to meet on Tuesday, June 30th, 2026, in Doha, Qatar, to try and save the collapsing Memorandum of Understanding. Trump is using the absolute threat of total economic and military annihilation to force Iran back to the table, making it clear that the upcoming Doha summit is their absolute last chance to comply before the U.S. military is ordered to finish the job. What do you think about Trump's extreme ultimatum to Iran? Was he right to threaten that the country will no longer exist, to force them to stop attacking shipping lanes? Or is this level of military brinkmanship bringing the world entirely too close to total destruction? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Drop a like, make sure you are subscribed for the latest breaking updates, and I will see you in the next video.